11 பேர் வந்திருக்காங்கல்ல? Yes. Good afternoon to one and all. I am very happy to start this workshop on entrepreneurship and innovation as career opportunity, which will be presented by my alumni and my student in doctorate. One is Dr. S. Subhashini, Director Academics of Annapurna Engineering College, alumni of this institution from MBA, and Dr. T. Bhuvaneshwari, one of my PhD aspirant, who is the Associate Professor of Computer Science of Annapurna Engineering College. I have to thank both of them for accepting our invitation to deliver the lecture in the workshop on entrepreneurship and innovation as career opportunity. I also congratulate Dr. Punita and Mrs. Vaishnavi Devi, the innovation ambassadors of this institution, IIC, who have taken much efforts to organize this workshop, and my special appreciation to Dr. Arun Kumar Madhavapan, President of IIC. And I hope all the participants will be enjoying the title of this workshop. My advice is better get benefited on this. See that at the end of the session, you will be gaining more about what is entrepreneurship and what is innovation and how these two are going to help you in your career. My best wishes. Thank you. I am handing over the proceedings to Dr. Arun Kumar Madhavapan and in turn to the presenters. Thank you.
I welcome all the participants and the resource persons. Now, the introduction of resource person will be done by Dr. S. Punita, Associate Professor, Mathematics Department.
Thank you, sir. I feel very happy to introduce today's speaker, none other than our alumni, Dr. T. Bhuvaneshwari ma'am, HOD, CSE, Institute Coordinator of ICT Academy, Annapurna Engineering College. She has more than 12 years of teaching experience. She completed her PhD under the guidance of our beloved principal, Dr. A. Nagappan sir, in the year 2017. She also presented 31 papers in various national and international conferences and also published around 35 papers in reputed international journals and published 4 books. She guided 15 undergraduate students and 8 postgraduate students and 9 MPhil scholars of various state universities. She also applied the various project grants under Women Technology Park, ASCT, and Anna University sponsored STTP in 2021. And our next speaker is Dr. Subhashni ma'am. I am very happy to introduce our next speaker, Dr. S. Subhashni, Director Academics, IQAC Coordinator. She has more than 10 years of teaching experience and 4 years of experience in HR, executive in hospital industry. She completed her PhD in management in the year 2015 in our university. She also cleared NET in 2015 and SET in 2016. She also presented 20 papers in various national and international conferences and also published 35 papers in reputed international journals and published 5 books. She has been a fascinating resource person in several seminars and guest lectures on latest topics related to management. Without further delay, now I welcome our speaker, Bhuneshwari ma'am, to take over the forum. Over to you, ma'am. Bhuneshwari, ma'am.
Ma'am?
You are audible. You are audible.
Okay, okay. Shall I continue, sir?
Yes, you can continue, madam.
Okay. Sir. Good afternoon, all. At this juncture, we would like to thank the management, Dr. A. Nagapan, Principal, VMKV Engineering College, and Chairman, IIC, Dr. C. Arun Kumar, President, IIC of VMKV Engineering College, Dr. S. Punita, Mrs. S. Vaishnodevi, and Mr. S. Kannan, Innovation Ambassadors, IIC of VMKV Engineering College, for giving us this opportunity to present a session and interact with the students and faculty members. We express our sincere gratitude to Dr. A. Anbuchalian, Principal, Annapurna Engineering College, for granting us permission and wishing us all success to present this session. It's indeed a great pleasure to present this workshop session on the topic entrepreneurship and innovation as career opportunity, organized by Institutions Innovation Council of VMKV Engineering College, Salem. Myself, Dr. T. Bhuneshwari, Head of the Department, PG, Computer Science and Engineering, Annapurna Engineering College, and Dr. S. Subhashini, Director, Academics, Annapurna Engineering College, are here to present you all this session. I hope this next 1.5 hours that we are going to interact and would be of much informative and enlightening for the audience group. So now let's get started with our session, entrepreneurship and innovation as career opportunity. The points we are going to discuss in this session will be interpersonal skills and entrepreneurship, critical and creative thinking skills, practical entrepreneurial skills and knowledge, entrepreneurship as an alternative career, global, national, and local success stories. What is interpersonal skills? We have that question. Now, let us discuss what are the interpersonal skills, what we need to possess. Interpersonal skills are those we use every day to communicate and interact with others. The skills we need and use to communicate and interact with other peoples are referred as interpersonal skills. So, interpersonal behavior and the tactics what a person uses to interact with others affect. Interpersonal skills are all about working with other people. So these interpersonal skills range from our communication and listening to attitude and also deportment. This interpersonal skills also include our communication skills, both verbal communication and also non-verbal communication. Verbal communication means what we say and how we say, what we communicate and how that communication will reach. And next thing is non-verbal communication. What we communicate without words. For example, through our body language, through our actions and gestures. Without using any word, we try to convey something or we try to communicate with others are referred as non-verbal communication. And the next thing is listening skill. The biggest and also one of the important interpersonal skill is listening others carefully than talking. The next IPS includes, that is interpersonal skills includes emotional intelligence. We should know how we control our emotions or behave emotionally during critical times. Normally, we are very we have self control, but in critical times, we should know how to control our emotions and also how to behave. We should know about that. And next thing is team working. The way we work in teams, in groups, the way we communicate or coordinate in the work. In short, I mean to say team behaviors or group behaviors. And the next important interpersonal skills is negotiation, persuasion, and influencing skills. That means arguing, convincing some others, and influencing others to do a job. The next one is conflict resolution and mediation. when we work in groups or we are working in groups, we have difference of opinion that may arise. So we have a good interpersonal skill that would help us to resolve conflict and act as a mediator. In general, we have difference of opinion, so it may create so much of conflict. So we should avoid this. And the next one is problem solving and decision making. Developing this interpersonal skills help us in solving critical problems and make a timely decision. The decision what we make in short time is best. Next, we are going to see about some interpersonal skills and entrepreneurship. So now let us see the importance of interpersonal skills to become an entrepreneur. In general, interpersonal skill is the foundation of building and maintaining a good relationship with others, even in business peoples or our friends, even at our family itself. So it is the basic building block for the relationship, which are existence or newly created relationship. Next one is to gain real competitive advantage over our competitors in business. And next, the important interpersonal skill to become an entrepreneur is to develop and maintain long-term social relationship with business associates. Next, some of the tips to improve now we came to know the importance of interpersonal skill to become an entrepreneur. So now I give some tips to improve our interpersonal skill. Here comes the tips to improve our interpersonal skill. As I said before, it is important to be an active listener than a speaker. Next important tips is body language. Our body expresses more content than our words. So the gestures, body language, and actions what we make are so important. And next one is empathize. Empathy means putting ourselves in other shoes. So we should learn the habit of empathizing others. And next important thing is humor. It is not all about our business, but after all, we are all humans. So we should have a human sense. We should add fun and humor to our communication to make our conversation more interesting. So we should be humor. And then optimize. Optimistic person always led a success life. Also to be a successful entrepreneur. So we should have a positive attitude towards the world, towards the success. Then think on your foot, think on your feet. It is similar to our empathize. It is important to be sharp and pick up on. And then next important thing is be passionate. Take time to develop our IP skill. It is very important. You should be patient to develop our interpersonal skills. And then finally, and almost very important one is practice, practice, practice. Interpersonal skill is something that has to be practiced. We should have to be practiced in our day-to-day life that rather than reading more about it, listening more about interpersonal skill. So we should practice in our day-to-day life than reading. Next, on entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship involves various skills like technical skill, leadership skill, and business management skill, and also creative thinking. Creative thinking means creating a new innovation. You should have a new idea. Nowadays, it is considered as other profession like doctors, engineers, lawyers. So similar to that, entrepreneurship is also one of the best profession. It is a profession that gives a great sense of independence. That is very important in our life. Most of our life and most of our time in our life, we just depend on others in most things. So entrepreneurship give a great way to be a profession, to be an independent, and also remarkable amount of job satisfaction. And entrepreneurship gives a lot of job satisfaction. And then entrepreneurship is a career. It is no longer a choice. Due to the increasing unemployment, an entrepreneur is considered as a career without a choice. Then what are the skills we need to have an entrepreneur? First and important one is curiosity. We should have instinct to try on new things. We should always try to do new things. If anyone I have an idea about something means we should approach that product in different way. We should have a curiosity. What is that? What is inside that product? How that product will be innovated? So we should have a curiosity to become an entrepreneur. We should be ready to make trial and error. It is very important. Most of us are try to avoid that situation. We don't want to make a trial and error. If I do something means sure I will get a success. But we should change that attitude because we should be ready to make trial and error if you want to be an entrepreneur. And the next one is time management. Time management is very important even in schooling or in colleges or even in any profession. If you maintain the time management, then sure we will reach the target at time, and also we get the success in all those things what you are doing. So in business or if you want to be an entrepreneur, time management is one of the important thing. Every day task should be completed as per checklist plan. So before maintaining the time management, we should prepare the checklist. We should have a plan. So as per the checklist, what we have planned, we should complete that task every day based on the time fixed. Next one is strategic thinking. The entrepreneurs should have a long-term strategic planning and also strategic thinking. Because if you want to be an entrepreneur, the success to get a success, it may take a long time compared with some other professions. For example, teaching profession or doctor or lawyer, whatever it may be. But in business or if you want to be an entrepreneur, so we should have a long-term strategic plan and also strategic thinking. And then efficiency. Entrepreneurs should have the efficiency and capability to handle hard times. It is very important. As I said earlier, uh, but in doctor profession or in lawyer or in any teaching profession, hard times may it is not coming. But in entrepreneurship, we should know how to handle that hard times. And then resilience. Entrepreneurs should be flexible to change the environment, because entrepreneurship is based on the real time environment, so that environment will change every day. So entrepreneurs should be flexible to change environment. And then important one is communication. The most important skill in entrepreneurship is communication, without which the purpose of business may not be attained. Next, networking. Socialism with the people of a same business or other business, but we should maintain the relationship and socialism with the peoples or other community. An important one is finance. So managing business finance. Next, branding. Since the world is more brand savvy these days, so the entrepreneur should focus on bringing about branding of their own business products, branding their own business services. So the entrepreneur should focus on bringing the brand of their own products, and then focus on sales. Entrepreneurs should mainly focus on sale to cope up with the competitive advantage. Next, I handed over this session to Dr. S. Subhashini. She will continue further.
Good afternoon, all. I'm Dr. S. Subhashni, Director Academics of Annapurna Engineering College. Hope my colleague Dr. Bhuneshwari gave you a brief introduction about interpersonal skills and what is entrepreneurship. So I would like to tell what is entrepreneurship in a single word. Entrepreneurship is starting a new business on their own. It might be a large scale business or a small scale business or a startup business or a social networking business. Whatever it might be, entrepreneurship is starting from the scrap for a new business. So I would like to brief upon the tips to improve our interpersonal skills that make us a better entrepreneur. What are the interpersonal skills that we should develop to become a better entrepreneur? Hope Dr. Bhuneshwari gave you the skills or tips to develop our interpersonal skill. Now let's co-join them. Here are the tips to improve our interpersonal skills to make us a better entrepreneur. First interpersonal skill that we should develop to become a better entrepreneur is to become a better team player. We should go well with the teams. In a team, when you're working, you should coordinate and cooperate with your teammates to gain success. Next, do not be jealous of others. If you want to become an entrepreneur, you should not feel jealous or you should not envy on others, because their way of living and their way of business might be different from yours. So you should have your own path and be not jealous of others. Next thing is, professional life should not be mixed with personal life. Each and every human will have their own personal life problems, and each and every professional will have their own professional life problems. So these two should be taken as two independent aspects. Professional life problems should not be mixed with your personal life issues. They should be taken as two separate different entities. Next one, focus on your work. To become a better entrepreneur, the most important thing is we should mind our own work or business. You should not peep out into others' work or others' businesses. We should focus only on our work. Next one is, have some knowledge about your field. If you want to become an entrepreneur, you should develop, before starting your project idea, you should develop the idea or knowledge about that field in depth. Without developing the in-depth knowledge, if you're entering into a business or entrepreneurship, there are chances that you might fail. So you should have some in-depth knowledge about the field you're going to become the entrepreneur. Going on to the next slide. Here are the ways that you can develop the skills to become to develop your entrepreneurial skills. So these are the skills you should develop to become a better entrepreneur. First skill is business management skill. This is the main thing you should develop as an entrepreneur. This business management skill involves 5 other supplementary skills. First one is planning skill, organizing skill, staffing, directing, and and the leading skill. Fine. So in short, we call it as POSDC: planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. Sorry, I told us leading, it is controlling. So you should develop these 5 skills to develop your business management skill. Next one is teamwork and leadership skill. Teamwork and leadership are they may be 2 different entities, but here I have said it combinedly. Teamwork is working in team, that is team skill, and leadership skill is developing your own leadership talents so that you can have a control over the people who are working under you. Next one is communication and listening skill. Communication is the most important skill for an entrepreneur. You might have other entrepreneurial skills, and if the communication skill is absent, the total purpose of your job might be lost. So the person who is in the position of an entrepreneur should have the capability to communicate with the subordinates in a very effective manner. Next one is listening. Listening skill, as Dr. Bhuneshwari told, is more important than talking. Listening skills, when you listen to others, it means that you will have to observe the content what the other person is delivering and then act accordingly. Next one is customer service skill. For an entrepreneur, whatever may be the business, a small scale business or a large scale or a startup business, the customer service skill is more important. These days, the business does not end at the point of sale. The business continues even after the point of sales, which includes customer services. So the more you service your customer well, the more you get the business. So it is one of the most important entrepreneurial skill. Next one is financial skills. The way you manage your finances. Every entrepreneur may not have their own capital for the business. Some might be of borrowings from your friends or relatives or bank loans. So you should know the tactics to manage your finances well, so that you do not end up with a loss. It doesn't mind for an entrepreneur to have a no profit, no loss business during the initial stages of their business. But in a long run, they should make sure that they break through and have a profit. Next one is analytical and problem solving skill. This we'll see it at a later thing in the later pages, that it includes critical and creative thinking. So analytical skills and problem solving skills would include critical thinking skill. That means if any problem arises, they should think deeply into the problem and make the problem solving techniques. Next one is critical thinking skill. We'll say in later slides. Next one is strategic thinking and planning skills. Strategic thinking is thinking for a long-term period. For any business, thinking for a short term will may not lead to success, but you should think for a long-term period and plan accordingly. So that is strategic thinking and planning skills. Next one is technical skills. Technically, how you can modify your product. Technically, how you can raise your funds is involved in technical skills. Next one is time management and organizational skills. Every entrepreneur must learn how to manage their time. They should balance their time between work and their own personal lives. So work life should not be confused with the personal life timings. So they should manage their time and take timely decision makings and increase their organizational efficiency thereby. Next one is branding, marketing, and networking skills. Once you produce a very good product, it is a must that you should have a brand for your product. The world is becoming more tech savvy and brand savvy these days. So you should have a branding for your product. Branding is not complete without marketing it. Marketing the product makes your product reachable to a very big target audience. So target group of customers. So marketing your product. For marketing, you can use the networking skill. Networking is you can market your product through various networks available, the electronic network or digital network, any network you can use and market and brand your product. So these are all the skills you should develop to become a successful entrepreneur. Here are the ways to build your entrepreneur skills. Not everyone will be born with entrepreneurial skills, but it is not a must that you should take up some courses, but it is better for everyone to take up certain points to develop their entrepreneurial skills. Here is the list. First one is take a course. People say not everyone is born as a business. Example, these days, maybe Mukesh Ambani has 2 sons. Their sons are born as businessmen, but not everyone gets that opportunity to be born as businessmen. If not, we can take up these points to develop entrepreneurial skills within us. First one is you can take up a course. There are various and several courses available, both online and offline in colleges and institutes. You can take up any one entrepreneurial skill training program, or you can attend any management skill training programs or attend degrees on management to gain this entrepreneurial skill. Next one is attend events and workshops. There are numerous events and workshops conducted on and offline. If, steps can be taken to attend those events and workshops to develop your skills. Next one is seek out experienced mentors. These are big business gurus. No books or papers can teach you more than experienced people in business. So you can seek out for such experienced people, mentors, and gain some practical experience and knowledge from them, so that thereby you can develop your entrepreneurial skills. Next one, build your leadership skills. Building leadership skill is inherent in everyone, but you need some people or some readings to bring them out from you. You can build your leadership skills by reading leadership and motivational stories or listening to motivational stories, and thereby practicing the leadership skill within you. Next one is learn how to manage your finances. Managing finances is the most crucial part in developing these entrepreneurial skills. Many people fail in this attempt. Finance should be managed very carefully. You can seek the advice of your elder people or mentors or experienced businessmen to manage this finance at the initial stages of your entrepreneurial business. Next one, take a different path. To be a successful business entrepreneur, it is not a must that you should follow the path or the product or services that was conventionally produced or manufactured. You should take a different path, think differently, and make a unique or innovative product, and then you can start up your business. Next one is start a business. So you can, the first important thing to be a successful entrepreneur is first you should start a business, then only you can undertake the business and be successful. So these are the ways you can build your entrepreneurial skills. Next one is stick with challenges. Once you become an entrepreneur, not everything will be within your comfort line. Once you are within your comfort line, it means that you're not growing. So you'll have many challenges. You should stick with those challenges, face them, and overcome them. So if you're a new entrepreneur without any mentor or without any pre-gained experience, it is sure that you'll face many challenges. So thereby, by trial and error method, you can sort them out and you can become a successful person. Next one is delay gratification. Delay gratification means for small things you might tend to make some enjoyments, but if you are becoming an entrepreneur, the main skill is you should delay those gratifications and sacrifice little things to gain a much success. Next one is manage your own finance. Points will be getting repeated since these are all the very important points. You should manage your own finance. Your personal expenditure should be sacrificed at the initial stages of your entrepreneurship to gain success or profit in your entrepreneurial business. Next one is volunteer to lead. You should take up voluntary activities to build your entrepreneurial skill. So to become an entrepreneur, you should not be pushed by someone. You should volunteer and come up and develop your entrepreneurial skill. Next one is practice communication skill. Again, communication skill is the most important thing. You should practice your communication well. Communication should be in the language that is understandable by all your workers and all your colleagues and peer team. So you should practice your communication skill. The way you communicate should be clear, simple, and understandable. Next one is learn from a mentor. As I said earlier, you should learn, you should observe, and you should learn from your mentor or senior business people. Next one, characteristics of world's most successful entrepreneur. So these are all the few characteristics that the most successful entrepreneurs hold. They have the clarity of the purpose. Or the successful entrepreneurs always have the clarity of the purpose of their businesses. They believe in themselves. These successful people, they always believe and trust in themselves. They totally don't depend upon or they don't totally believe on others. They believe in themselves and they are doing the businesses. They are very good at finding needs and riches. These people are very clear what is the need and what are all the needs and what are all the riches. These people think need is much important than the riches in an entrepreneurial business. Next one is ability to focus on the most important thing first. This is similar to the previous point. These people will have the focus on the most important prioritizing things in their business. Then they will move on to the next priority in their businesses. Next one, a contribution culture. In entrepreneurship, the most important thing is you should have that contribution culture. You should contribute your ideas to other business people and you should gain their business ideas from them. Next one, an open mind. For being a successful entrepreneur, you should not be close-minded person. You should be an open-minded person. Being an open-minded person, you should have the ability to observe from others, take advices from others, and be generous and open-minded. Fine. Next one is invest in themselves on all levels. You should have the ability to invest or involve yourself fully into your entrepreneurial business. You should involve yourself fully. Next one, they constantly challenge themselves. Entrepreneurial people, they always make challenges for themselves. They do not challenge others. They first of all challenge themselves, like I can do it, I will do it, like that. They constantly challenge themselves. Next one, they believe in technology. These people, entrepreneurial people, that too in modern days, they strongly believe in technology, mainly for branding, selling, and they mainly depend upon social media networking. Next one, build resilience. Resilience is going into being flexible, going into flexibility. So for successful entrepreneurs, they're always flexible. These people do not have any hard or strict rules and regulations for their businesses. They make it flexible depending upon the situation. Next one is a millionaire mindset. Though the business might be in a small scale, these people will have a mindset that they will be making big, they will be making huge business in the future, in the near future. So these successful entrepreneurs will always have a millionaire mindset, and they will say within their minds, yes, I am a millionaire tomorrow. In the next month, I'll become a billionaire. Maybe I'll make huge in the next year business. So they will always have that positive millionaire mindset. Going on to the next slide. So with this, we are done with entrepreneurship and interpersonal skills. So the next topic of our session is critical and creative thinking. Critical thinking. So you can see in that image, a person is sitting and thinking deep into something. So critical thinking is the way of deciding whether a claim is true, whether a claim is partially true or it is false. Critical thinking means if a content is brought to your idea or brought to your consent, you'll have to decide whether that content is true or it is partially true or it is completely false. So sitting and deeply thinking on a content, whether it is true or false or partially true, it is called as critical thinking. These are all the critical thinking skills. See, the first critical thinking skill is reasoning. You should reason whether it is right or wrong. You should evaluate. Same thing, problem solving. If any problem arises, you should have the problem solving skill, and thereby of solving the problem, you should make decisions and analyze why this problem happened. Fine. So these are all the 5 critical thinking skills. First one is analyzing, reasoning, evaluating, problem solving, and decision making. This forms a cycle. So next thing is critical thinking help us to determine what are all the aspects that thinking critically help us in. If you are thinking critically, it will help you to learn what you want. It will help you to know what you want to learn, how you want to learn, why it is important that you should learn, how much effort you should put in to learn, what we think is true or what we think is false, how things should be viewed, how we should look at things, and whether our learning quality is of high quality or low quality, whether we should learn deep or the overview. So thinking critically helps you to determine these questions. Next one is, what is creative thinking? Creative thinking is the need of the hour for today's entrepreneurs. Creative thinking leads to new innovations. Creativity, as given in this slide, is the ability to imagine and invent something new. To be creative, you need not think of something very new or imaginative or innovative. See, to be creative, you can bring up some development in the already existing product also. Example, as given in this slide, chair. It is a luxury chair. Even the thing on the right side is a luxury chair, but it is tailor-made to suit the needs of today's offices. Next one is, example is phone. See, it was something like pager. Then comes the dialing telephone. Now the mobile phone. The replacement of this mobile phone has brought many things to an end. Example, clock, maps, yes. Then your internet computers. So this one mobile phone has replaced many other things. So innovative thinking or critical thinking is the ability to imagine and invent something new. Critical thinking is very important and in business. Why? Because the business is facing so many of drastic changes these days. Everywhere and every when and now the business is changing. So to cope up with this changing business environment, you should have the critical and creative thinking power. Next one is globalization. Now the world is spread throughout the globe. We can export and import things whichever we want. So to be in this globalized world, you should have this critical and creative thinking. Once you are with the old product, you will be thrown out of the global world. So you should keep products, you should keep on going with innovative products and services to cope up yourself in the globalized market. Next one is competition. Nowadays, the competition is very tight that if you are not bringing about new products to suit the needs of the customers, you will be fired out of the business. So do or die is the concept in today's businesses. To cope up with the competitive advantage along with others, it is a must that you should have this critical and creative thinking skill. Here are the tips you can develop to make your critical and creative thinking skills stronger. See, ask basic questions. So for a critical thinker or creative thinker, you should keep on asking very silly basic questions. Some people might feel, what is this? This person is asking such silly questions. But that is the first step that you are developing your critical thinking skill in yourself. Nowadays, we see small children asking very silly questions for each and everything. But that means that child is going to become a very critical and creative thinker in their future days. So you should tend to ask small basic questions for yourselves and to others. Next one, question basic assumptions. Whatever assumption you make, it doesn't mean you're right. You should start questioning that assumption, whether it is right or not. And you should map out from the beginning till the end, from the assumption till the output, the result you should map out and see whether your assumption will be right or wrong. Next one, beware of your mental process. Your mental process should be right all the time. So you should be aware that your mental process is right and going in the right path. Next one is evaluate the existing evidences. For critical thinking, first you should evaluate the available proof or evidences. Next only you can go or fix what are all the other proofs or evidences needed. So first you will have to evaluate the existing evidences. Next one is understand that no one thinks critically right 100% for the first time. If you are making critical thinking, you might be scared that you might go wrong. So you should understand that no one is right 100% for the first time. Right? See in this slide, we have our both sides of the brain represent two things. One is critical thinking, that is the left side of the brain, and creative thinking is the right side of the brain. That is why people who are right-handed used to be much critical thinker peoples, and people having that left hand habit of writing or eating, they will have more creative thinking. Mostly people in the cine field or artists will be left hand doers, and we people doing studying or other mathematical or intellectual work will have the critical thinking, that is the right hand users. We are using the left brain. Next, coming to the next chapter of our session, entrepreneurship as a career, alternative career. So these days people are forced into entrepreneurship, maybe not out of choice but out of force, because the alarming level of unemployment has made people to start up their own businesses. The entrepreneurship business as a career may be small, large, or a medium scale one, but people are forced to start up their entrepreneurship as a career. Now let us see entrepreneurship as a career. Entrepreneurship involves developing and designing a business idea, following by launching and running a new business. Entrepreneurship is designing a business idea and running a business. It begins as a small level, such as a startup company. Most businesses started by entrepreneurs are at a small level, but very few are even started at a large scale business. The business can involve offering entrepreneurship need not offer products alone. It can be process, services, or anything. So the owner of this business is called as entrepreneur. Next one is entrepreneurship as an alternative career. Whether you want to start a own business, work as a freelancer or on a consultancy basis, having an entrepreneurial mindset will allow you to work flexibly in the rapid changing economy. So entrepreneurship means it may not be starting your own business of producing product or services. You can also work as a freelancer or on a consultancy basis. You can offer some consultancy works. So, but having an entrepreneurial mindset and flexibility will lead to good entrepreneurship. Next one, what are all the reasons that people have for taking up entrepreneurship as a career? The reasons are people want to be independent. In these days, people do not want to stay in a profession or a job after a certain stage of age. Maybe after 35, their ego tends to pop up and they do not want to work under some people. They do not want to be dependent. They want to be independent. So they take up entrepreneurship. That is the first reason. Next one is want to make their hobby their profession. Some people make their hobby as their profession and entrepreneurship. Example, maybe for some people, drawing is a hobby. So they tend to make glass paintings or pot paintings. They make their hobby and sell them. So they make their hobby as their profession. They become an entrepreneur. They love to accept the challenges. Some people do not like to work on routine basis, like going to an office, sitting and working from morning 9 to 5, and then going back home every day, coming the next day, coming in the morning and working from. They do not want this routine nature. They love to take up challenging jobs in their life. So they take up entrepreneurship. Next one is have a great plan to offer to the society. They want to offer some good things to the society, but they are not able to do in their job. They take up entrepreneurship, make their product or service and offer to the society. Are frustrated with their current job. This mainly happens these days. People get frustrated with their current job. They are no more willing to work in their current job, maybe due to some pressure, physical pressure or mental pressure. They get frustrated and they want to move out of the job and start their own entrepreneurial business. Have been laid off. They are terminated from their job. Need flexibility in job. They are not able to work rigidly from 9 to 5 or 9 to 6 or 9 to 9. 12 hours job is there. So they need flexibility in their job. They need flexibility in projecting their ideas. They take up entrepreneurship. Next one are just graduated or completed their degree and there is no job to no better job offer. When they are not getting any job offers, but they are graduated a degree, they search for a job for some period of time. Finally, they end up in taking up small entrepreneurial businesses. Next one, the job in the market are not giving the ample scope to explore their skills. Maybe the job they got in the market is not up to the level of their scope or up to the level of their talents. So people tend to take up the entrepreneurial businesses. Next one, what are all the top job opportunities for entrepreneurship as a career? So if you are taking up entrepreneurship as your career, what are all the job opportunities available for you in hand right now? They are social media manager. Now, many celebrity people like politicians, cinema actor, actresses, they tend to have a social media manager for themselves. Even for institutions and industries, they tend to have social media managers to manage their Facebook page, to manage their Twitter page, and to write memes, to write articles about them. So social media might involve not only newsprint, but also online prints. Okay. So social media manager is a very good entrepreneurial business these days, but you should have a very good knowledge on using the computers and you should have a very good writing skill. Next one is public relations manager. Same people or industries tend to have a public relationship manager for themselves. You can take up entrepreneurship or you can take up your job opportunity for entrepreneurship as a public relationship manager. Next one is financial advisor. This is much similar to advisor auditors. These people offer advices on finance matters for institutions and industries. Next one is marketing manager. industries tend to produce products, but for marketing their product, they tend to seek to other marketing companies. So you can take up such marketing companies, and you can you can market the product of other industries. Example like Procter and Gamble. Procter and Gamble is a very good marketing company. Like that, you can start your own marketing company and become a marketing manager for products of other industries. Next one is web developer. You can develop websites and offer to your clients. Next one is sales manager. You can become the sales manager for other industry products like zonal sales manager or regional sales manager. You can, though you are not the regular employee of that company, you can be a sales manager and you can manage and promote the sales of the company's product. Next, here we are to see the success stories of certain entrepreneurs at the global, national, and local level. Popular success stories of entrepreneurs in the world. First one is Jeff Bezos. He is none other than the founder and CEO of the e-commerce giant Amazon. Now, each and every one of us know about the growing industry or grown-up industry Amazon. Born in the year 1964 in New Mexico, Bezos had an early love of computers and studied computer science and electrical engineering at Princeton University. Actually, after completing his degree, he did not get the right job for his graduation. So he joined a bookstall and worked there for 4 years. Getting this lucrative job, he wanted to quit that redundant job, and then he thought, why not we do a online business for selling these books? And thereby he started Amazon.com to sell books online, and that became the internet's biggest success story for selling products. Now Amazon is selling not only books but the other range of products also. So Amazon is one example, and Jeff Bezos is now considered as one of the top 10 richest persons in the world. So Jeff Bezos, he is the e-commerce giant of Amazon. Next one is Bill Gates. He needs no introduction. He is the founder of PC software firm Microsoft Corporation. Born in a rich family, he had a love towards developing computer software programs at his very early ages. At the age of 17 itself, he started developing programs and he sold it to small schools and universities. At a later stage, when he got proper mentorship from others and his senior people, he started his own PC software firm, that is Microsoft Corporation. Bill Gates is also now one of the richest man in the world. Next one is Mark Zuckerberg. He is the founder of Facebook. This person, born in a well-to-do family, he completed his degree in US, and after that, even during his school days and college days, he had a love for networking with other human beings. He loved friends and he wanted to be in touch with friends at all the times. But it was like when there is no physical touch, he felt that we lose our relationship. So he developed an app. At the very early stage itself, he was very versed in computer programming. So at the age of 25, he developed the app called Facebook, which is now worldwide used to bring about friendship networking and other social media networking. Next, let us see popular successful entrepreneurs. First example is Ratan Tata. As we all know, Ratan Tata was born in a very rich family. Though he got a good business handed over by his parent, he developed his own dynasty in Tata Groups. He developed automobile and IT market that brought about the biggest worldwide revolution in the automobile and IT sector. He makes decisions very accurately that to cope up with the competitive advantage of the market. Next one is Baiju Ravindran, the simple learn behind innovative learning. It was once the days considered children using computers and mobile phones were not good for them. He revolutionized that concept. He brought about innovation innovation into technology, and he made to study online course material. he brought about Byju's software in which teaching material and teaching content is available from standard 1 till even for till 12th standard, and even for higher education content is available. So he transformed that, he made a drastic transition in the education field by bringing in technology into it. Next one is Ritesh Agarwal, a man who determined to achieve big. Actually, he was a boy born in a small village and he was dropped out of his college. At the age of 13, he was selling SIM cards. Those days, SIM card was very famous. So SIM cards he was selling, but now he is the biggest budget hotel network. But now he runs India's largest budget hotel network, Oyo Rooms, at 21. He's a very young person, but he holds Oyo Rooms. Actually, this idea got into his mind when he was booking a room for his own purpose. He found it very difficult when he booked a room because he'll have to go visit the rooms personally and book the rooms. But that with that thought in mind, he started Oyo Rooms app, and now it is the successful business in India. Not owning a single hotel room of his own, now he has Oyo Rooms app through which you can book rooms throughout India. Next one is popular successful entrepreneurs in Tamil Nadu. In our own state, we have Mr. Prabhakaran from Tanjavur. He is actually he is from a very poor family. He used to sleep outside his house all the nights. During those times, he used to use chemical repellent, mosquito repellent creams. So he thought this chemical repellent has started to bring about some allergies in him. So he thought, why not we use our traditional method of burning neem leaves and other things and tulsi and many other things and bring out a herbal mosquito repellent. So now this herbal mosquito repellent brought about by Mr. Prabhakaran is getting good market and it is getting circulated all over Tamil Nadu. Next one is Mrs. Andal. She is also from Tanjavur. From farming to industry, she is one lady who is from a very backward area of Tanjavur, and she thought like they own a banana farm, very small banana farm. She thought maybe this banana tree from root till the leaves, everything is useful. Why not we make products out of that and sell it in the global market? With the help of others, she made banana fiber and banana stem pickle and other edibles, banana chocolates. Then out of banana fiber, you can make dresses. Then you can, out of banana stem, they made pickles. And making all these things, she got the help from MSME and other helps, and she started exporting these banana items. Now this banana fiber is very much costlier. You get a banana fiber saris and dresses made out of this banana fiber. So she is now a very successful woman entrepreneur from a very backward region. So I think I have covered almost all the topics of our session. The session is now open for queries. Ma'am, Punitha ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Dear participants, if you have any queries, please raise your hands.
Ma'am, have you covered all the topics, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, is there any query, ma'am?
No, ma'am.
Shall we end the session, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Good evening to all. Hope the session was interactive and we would like to have a long-lasting relationship with your institution. So thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Boneshwari ma'am and Subhashini ma'am, for your stimulating presentation. We are very grateful for the time and effort you took to share your thoughts and experience. Once again, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I
Okay.
hand over the mic to Vaishnavi Devi ma'am for the vote of thanks.
Okay.
First of all, I would like to thank our beloved principal, Dr. A. Nagapan sir, for giving continuous encouragement to conduct this workshop. I must mention our deep appreciation for Dr. T. Boneshwari ma'am and Dr. S. Subhashini ma'am for giving a wonderful lecture. I thank our IIC team member, Dr. Arun Kumar Madhuvappan, EC Department, Mr. Loganathan, Triply Department, and Dr. S. Sendil Kumar, Computer Science Department, for giving a wonderful support to organize this program. Also, I thank all the participants for your active participation in this workshop. Thank you all.
Dear participants, the feedback form is given in chat box. Please fill the form for getting your certificates.
Ma'am, shall we leave, ma'am?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. We will end
Thank
up the session. We will wind up the session. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.